Hello Aries, welcome to your general reading for September. This is a general reading for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So the messages are for whoever needs to hear them. So if it doesn't resonate, don't force them. Check your own Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. See if you can put pieces together that way. Or have yourself your own private reading. Alright, so with that being said, let's see what the universe... Oh, I feel like the cards really want to jump out and read for us here, Aries. So let's get going and see what the universe has to say for you at this time. Dear universe, we're looking for a general reading for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this month of September. Just a general overview of the life of Aries for this month of September for the greatest and highest good. Messages for the greatest and highest good is what I'm looking for all of our Aries. Ooh, that card came spitting out. So, I think you've gotten to a point, Aries, some of you, where, the Seven of Swords. In this deck, this person here is swallowing swords, making bad decisions. And I think you've made quite a few, and you're finally at a point now where basically it's time for you to atone for all of your past. Or more specifically, something from your past where I think you know whatever this issue is. I don't know what it is at the moment. It's too early in the reading to say, but I do feel like, you've been sneaking around, doing things behind people's back, just not being on the up and up. And I think it's time. I think it's starting to get to you, honestly. I feel like quite possibly what's going on here is that your conscience is starting to knock on your door. So let's see what's in your recent past. Yeah, see, I feel like there's something about your home situation. I don't think you've been really honest with your partner. And I say that because this Ten of Cups indicates that you have a partner. I just think like maybe you've been sneaking around, maybe they've been sneaking around, but there's been something very unfortunate and not honest about the relationship. So let's get some clarity on this Ten of Cups. So this is your recent past, Aries. Oops. So I have quite a packet comes out. So here comes the story. So I feel like you, Aries, come out as this Queen of Wands. And I get the feeling that it could be you. There's this immature sense of love when you're with whatever it is you're dealing with. I think it was something that you were wielding a lot of power in a relationship, but it was very immature because it wasn't realistic. It wasn't balanced. I see a lot of selfishness here. I see some indulgence. Quite possibly there's been a lot of me type of energy, and I see that here with that Queen of Wands. I mean, this is where you come across being very confident and very in your space, knowing what you want, how you want it, how you're going to go about doing it. But with this Page of Cups here, I feel like you might be with somebody, you're just not on the same level with whoever it is. Maybe it's your partner. I just feel like the two of you are on two different wavelengths. And I think you know that. I think you know that. And regardless, it's almost like I feel like you have used somebody. Oh, or they have used you. All right, let's see. Anything else for this Ten of Cups? So that's a story that comes out with the Ten of Cups reversed for you. See, and I feel like you're at a point where you're ready to like end all of this, this conflict. Because I really feel like you're ready to come clean regarding the situation. And you're ready to put something really to rest and something, to an end. So if this has not happened, chances are it could be happening. So let's see what's in your immediate present here. Let's see what's going on in the present. Your universe, what messages? Ooh, no communications going on. What else do we have for our Aries? What is this about, this Eight of Wands? See, I think the reason why you're feeling you need to come clean is because it's no longer working. I think you've tried all kinds of avenues, but you know, eventually it comes out. When somebody feels like they're being used, it does come out. Now, and there is this, I mean, there's no victory in not speaking your piece. For some of you, you might have a child. I do see children involved in this. You might have a child who might be special needs. I'm just saying, I see that with the Page of Pentacles reversed. But I feel like you might have done something. Again, this issue of sneaking around and doing something, it comes back up. And I can't help but think that, you know, you had some grandiose idea and it did not work. And now it's about coming clean with your actions. All right, let's see. What don't you see coming, Aries? What don't you see coming? So, again, I feel like there's been... See, I'm picking up this is you and your person. I'm not picking it up as different people. I feel like somebody has been walking around with this energy of this Queen of Swords reversed. And the Queen of Swords reversed, I mean, that is a very nasty, ugly person. This is somebody who I feel like does things without really considering how it's going to affect other people. And I do sense that something may have come up, which puts you against your emperor, your person. I mean, where now nobody's on the same page. Nobody is talking. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of conflict. And I almost feel like this emperor, and this could be you. I mean, it is also the energy of Aries. So maybe this is you. Wow, I'm really picking that up. I'm feeling like quite possibly you are acting as both the Queen of Swords and this emperor. And it's giving you a lot of anxiety because in your need to like have everything in control, you come across really abrasive is what I get. And it's time for you, if you want to get rid of this anxiety and all of this, like, I get pent up anger and rage that you have, something has to come to an end. And I think that's where you're at that point where you now see that you might have to, you know, really kind of own up to what's been really going on in your mind and in your head. Yeah. But you're afraid because, you know, as an Aries, I'm feeling like this Aries is very strong and very tough. I get that from that Emperor energy. Ooh, that's too many cards. Yeah, but I get like this, your level of control is so over the top right now. You know, and I think you know when you overstep boundaries, because I do think that may have happened. But whatever it was that you were up to, I think that's your big thing, because this is almost like the straw that broke the camel's back. This isn't the first time that you have acted without really consulting someone. I think you've acted on your own. And like I say, I feel like you in this relationship, you know, you guys are not equals. All right, what sits above you, Aries? What sits above you? So now we have the King of Swords reversed. I mean, so yeah, this is a couple. And there might be a third person. And that might be what's stirring all of this. You know, so now the two of you are so out of sorts. I mean, to have a Queen of Swords is difficult. To have a King and a Queen of Swords reversed is intense. And I just think that maybe you or someone else is starting to look that if you're going to gain any kind of sense of control, you're going to have to put an end to this. You know, this is very combative energy. And there's someone eating away at you. I wonder whether you're dealing with a Taurus. Because this Taurus, this Emperor here has got his staff like stuck and holding down that the energy of that bull, you know, stubbornness. And you might be having, you know, you might be very stubborn, and that might be what's bringing up all of the problems. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, there could be a third person. We go from a 2 of Pentacles reversed to a 3 of Pentacles reversed. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So in your environment, I feel like you, Aries, are walking around, you know, pretending that everything is balanced, and it's not. Things are not what they appear. You want everybody to think that you've got everything under control, but that's not working. It's definitely not working. And quite possibly there could be an issue at work as well, where you're not getting along with other people, because I see this pent-up anger that you have, that somewhere it's boiling over in some sense. So I think you, as coming out as a Queen of Pentacles energy, it's about, you know, bringing stability into your life. It's about having things in order. This is somebody who knows how to run a household. You know, it's like dinner's always on the table, the groceries are put away, the house is clean, and I feel like none of that is going on here. And I feel like there's this game of pretend house that you are doing. And again, I'm picking up that there could be another person. But I don't see that really confirmed. You know, what I see is you trying to pretend that everything's working when it's not. I get that a lot with you. All right, let's see. What's advice for our Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus at this time? What's the advice from the cards? Dear Universe. Because I'm picking up like you're really aggressive. Why are you so aggressive? It's like if you have something to say, there's a way to say it, but I'm feeling like you're really aggressive. See, you're in a relationship that you're not happy with. And something's about to come down. Because it's almost like this has been very self-imposed. This whole scenario with this person and why it's built up. Because you went into a false relationship. You never loved this person. Or I feel you never loved this person. I think, yes, you like them. You know, maybe on some level you do love them. But you were never in love with them. They just happened to be very handy in your world. Because like I say, you were 2 different, you know, energies here. You know, one on a higher level than the other. And I feel like you, Aries, felt like you were above them. So the Tower falls and in comes some happiness. And again, I keep feeling like there's somebody else involved. You know, because now we have 2 3s. Yeah. So in order for you to be happy, I think you know that you've got to come clean. And you know that coming clean is going to really flip that tower and make things, you know, your happy home could really suffer as a result of you coming clean. But, you know, if you think they don't know what's going on, then you're the fool, because I think they're fully aware of what you're up to. So they respond the same way you do. That's why we have this Queen of Swords and this King of Swords. The 2 of you, it's like you fight back. You're very compatible. I mean, you fight with each other, and somebody wants freedom here. Because where's the passion? So I think you're at a real crossroads with this relationship. This is not for all Aries. Now, this is for somebody who's dealing with a situation like this. So I feel like another offer comes your way. You know, this whole tower shakes you up a lot. You know, but it ultimately brings you what you've been after. And I'm wondering whether some of you, you know, there's a lot of partying going on. Like this energy of like the devil and sitting here next to this particular 3 of Cups. I mean, it's pretty toxic. And I think it's something that you're trying to really break free from. So your final outcome, I do see you kind of coming out, you know. You're not so alone. Maybe you feel like you're not so alone. But I almost think that this offer from this Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is somebody, Aries, that I don't think you're necessarily attracted to in that kind of sense. I mean, this is somebody who's all about work. Like, hey, I've got this pentacle and I'm willing to give this to you and make you an offer that will help you find this freedom that you're after. Because something wants to change and you're ready to open up your heart and go in another direction. There's a past here that you have to deal with. A past. This atonement that you have. Maybe you want a second chance with this person. Maybe you know that you blew it on some regards because you did something that didn't work out well in your favor. Whatever idea you had, it backfired. And it may have cost a lot of money, and maybe now you guys are struggling, and that's part of the issue. Because again, I feel like you act without really thinking of all the consequences. But somebody wants out of this relationship. Somebody wants to move towards complete freedom. You know, maybe they are tired of, you know, the dynamics between the two of you. But I'm definitely picking up, you know, somebody wants to move on. And I think they've already, in their mind, may have checked out. Whether this is you or them, somebody is moving away. You know, because this Page of Wands, and it could be like all of a sudden you hear something and you don't like what you hear. And that's, like I say, that's the straw that breaks the camel's back. Because I feel like that's your theme. Really, that's your message. Something breaks the camel back. All right, so I do see that, you know, this new offer, that brings a good outcome. And there's a lot you don't want to face and a lot you don't want to hear. You know, but this Five of Cups, it's like, you know that you could salvage this relationship if you wanted to. You're looking for a second chance because somebody's looking for a second chance because there's still a little love there. But is it really what you want? You know, because two cards here are talking about somebody wanting their freedom. You know, so I think you have to decide, what do you really want? Because, you know, to go and have a second chance with this person may not be the best solution. You know, that might just have you swallowing yet another sword. You know, so if there was some conflict and you guys split up and you want to come back together again, I think you really need to think about, you know, why you want to come back. Is it because it just makes life easier? Or is it because you really realize you really care about this person? Or do you really want to move away? Because I see someone moving away. And it doesn't make the other person happy. But I think somebody is really tired of always being guarded in this relationship. Because there's a passive-aggressive energy between the two of you as well. Yeah, somebody's left always carrying the burden. And it could be you. And that might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Is the issue of like, I'm doing all the work and you're not doing anything. So somebody wants to move along. So, you know, there's a need to close this cycle. There's a want, a drive that's coming your way. But you're having a hard time walking away because there's a lot of manipulative energy that's going on here. And to walk away and come clean would expose a lot of the unfairness between the two of you. So I think that's what's really going on here this month that you're going to have to deal with. Yeah, see, this is a very passive-aggressive relationship you have with this person. You know, and it's been really painful, and somebody wants to walk away. Somebody wants to move on. I think by the full moon, I mean, we're just coming out of a new moon, and now we'll move towards a full moon this month. I think that's when I think a lot of things will come to light. But there's definitely a painful ending happening this month for you, Aries. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. You know, and, you know, just beware of how you treat people as you walk out the door, you make things. Because I get this bullying type of tone. Like you're one up on them. And I think that's a very selfish, immature approach. And that's what I read here, very immature, selfish tone towards some kind of an offer. It's like, I think it's one of these things, Aries, and I feel like you really need to hear this part, is that if you are going to put an end to this, put an end to this. Okay, make the decision. If this relationship is you know, if you really want a second chance, you need to see why you want a second chance. But I just think that an ending is more in order. You know, and I think once you walk away, don't try to come back. You know, because I also see that energy happening. It's like you leave and then you're like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have left. Maybe he'll take me back one more time. And I just think that that's more on a selfish note than on a real note. Like I say, if it's over, it's over. Right? Once you cut the cord, you cut the cord. You don't glue it back together. You don't tie it back together again. Once the cord is cut, the cord is cut. But it's this issue of feeling really unstable, I think, that that holds you from making some good, solid decisions. Because you don't want these swords to come down on you. But again, I'm feeling like this full moon, by the full moon, this tower will fall. That's what I think. We'll see. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Aries. So hang tough, be strong. You can do this, okay? You can break cycles and make things work again in your world. So I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated. Just beware of the straw that broke the camel's back. All right, until the next reading, Aries. Blessed be. Bye now.